Hugh, thank you. Well, cars swept away, holiday hotspots hit and hundreds of people evacuated. Terrifying flash flooding has torn through Victorian coastal communities during one of their busiest times of the year. Just a week ago, they were being warned of fast-moving bushfires. Now with the clean-up underway, shaken residents and business owners fear they will be left high and dry when the floodwaters are gone. For more, we're joined now by local MP Richard Reardon live in Lorne. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. Take us through how terrifying this was for local residents. Have you seen anything like this?
No, Tash. This event in the last couple of days was quite something. Most of the coastal communities, and the one I'm standing in front, right in front of this caravan park behind me, they didn't even know it was raining. It was just a sort of a wild easterly blowing, a sort of not a real beach day. And literally the warning went out and people had 2 minutes. And as you can see, the mess on this caravan foreshore in the river behind me, it just came up to a record height in literally 2 to 3 minutes. There's video footage going around of a wave coming down the river. And I know where that footage of the cars washed out to see Wye River and the Cumberland River, they're talking nearly a metre wall coming down the river in just one wild swoop. Behind us here is the beautiful Otway Ranges. It's the highest point and one of the wettest spots in Australia naturally, and we just had a supercell. It's parked itself right at the point where all the water just went down 3 small creeks and found itself in the sea in about 10 minutes.
Richard, in terms of recovery, what's the clean-up look like now?
Well, the clean-up's a real mess because tourism is an awesome part of our business culture down here in the industry. It keeps a lot of people in employment, and we have a lot to offer in this region. We've got a heck of a mess, as you can see in the caravan park, and this is one of about 4 that have ended up being trashed. We need to get those cleaned up as quickly as possible. But we've got a real problem with all these cars and caravans floating around in the ocean. I mean, they're dangerous. That's an expensive task. And certainly the local community is going, come on, state and federal government, our local foreshore authorities just don't have the resources to go winching cars and sending boats out to scan for sunken cars and caravans. These are dangerous things to be left floating around, and we don't really know how many there are. We're expecting 20 or so, but it may even be more, and there's reports of cars floating quite a way around the various beaches here. So we need a lot of help very quickly because our summer finishes at March and we don't want too many weekends lost.
Yeah, absolutely, Richard. We are thinking of all the local residents there affected, especially with tourism, as you just mentioned. Questions are now being asked about warning systems. You've mentioned to us earlier this happened within 2 minutes and it was a wall of water. What are your thoughts on this? Do we need a better warning system? Do authorities have a case to answer here?
Well, look, absolutely. The government now controls most of these campgrounds. In Victoria, they nationalised the campgrounds along this beautiful part of the Great Ocean Road. And, they have the resources now to put the monitoring up the Erskine River, the Wye River and the Cumberland River, which are such popular holiday spots. I mean, as the footage shows, literally hundreds of people staying there. In this day and age, with bomb warnings, the campground managers ought to be able to get these alerts very, very quickly because we can see, had this happened in the middle of the night, Tash, we would be talking hundreds of lives potentially lost. It's just lucky it was smack bang in the middle of the day when everyone's out of their tents and sort of up and probably wandering around. But this happened in the middle of the night with no rain evident to the campers. This could have been a real tragedy.
Yeah, great. And as I said earlier, we are thinking of all the affected residents there. Richard, thanks so much for joining us.
No worries. Thanks, Tash.